Hi everybody, it's Joni, Granny J Clay. Well, today I am going to stray away from making things from clay and I'm going to add the hangers onto each of my Christmas ornaments that I've made, or as many as I can get done today anyway. We shall see. I just wanted to let you know that I tried uploading 4 videos last night, and I think one went through and they were out of order. So the one that you saw yesterday should have come after the one I just posted today. But anyway, just so you know, I am reloading those today. Even as I speak, I'm watching one load. So I'm not sure why. I don't know what the problem was, but we'll just try it again. So if you want to stick around and just watch me do a little beading, you can. I already put my stop bead on. If you don't know what a stop bead is, it's something that you put at the end of your thread, and I'm using, let me show you what I'm using. Today I'm using Fireline 6 pound, and the color is smoke. So that's what I'm using. I buy this at, well, you can buy it at Scheels. I'm trying to think of other places like Scheels anyway, where you can buy fishing poles, fishing line. This is a fishing line. Okay, and I've got a needle that I'm using that's called, and your hands get real dirty from the thread. I'm not sure why, but they do. They take on the color. But I'm using a big hole needle. Let me see if I can even open this up to show you. So these are easier like that. These are easier to sew with if you can do it, or to bead with. So bead, whatever. So I'm going to put these 2 little angels aside. I'm going to do this one first. What I did, I made these, but they didn't have holes. So this morning I used my little pin screwdriver, and I just picked where I wanted a hole, and I drilled a hole with my little pin screwdriver, and then on the back I went back through when it came through again. So front and back, just to make sure it was clear. And I did the same with the other 2 angels. So let's see. What I want to do first is I want to create a, let's see, which ones? I've got these out. These are, let's see, this is an 8/0. This is 6/0, so this is bigger. And what is this? I think this is an 8/0 too. Yeah, this is 8/0 as well. So they're pretty colors. And but I think I'm going to have this mixture for hers. Oh, it doesn't look so good when I look in the video, but there's blue, and then that kind of a purplish color, and then kind of an off-white, and she's got all those colors to pick up on. I didn't have a gold to use. Maybe I could use these. I might use these, you guys. That would be pretty on there. These are from Auntie's Beads, and they're a 6/0, and they're topaz. That might be pretty on there, rather than the mixture. Well, either one I think would be pretty. Maybe I'm going to try these. I'll try these instead. Let's see how these work. And I got my mat out, and but you know what I think I will do? I think I will use my little cup just in case. You saw, if you, oh, maybe it's not on yet. One of my videos from yesterday, I spilled some things off camera. So I'm just going to take a few out at a time. I spilled some alcohol while I was cleaning something up. So let's see, that's a little bit darker, but I think it'd be pretty. Now I could use a really small bead so I can get through here, or I can just rely on the thread, and I think I am going to just rely on the thread. So what I'm going to do is, we'll see what happens, pick up about 10 beads for the moment anyway. I'm going to come through, and my stop bead should stop it. Oops, if I can see what I'm doing here. I won't do all of the angels with you. You'd get so bored. And I'm not, I'm not one of those fantastic beaders either. Yeah, that's going to be pretty if you don't look at that bead. I think that'll work really nicely. Okay, so I set those out over here so I do not mess them up. Now I'm going to pick up some more. And I'm not sure, let's see here. What I'm trying to do is make a small ring right up at the top. And then I'll make a larger ring to go through that one. 5 might do it. We'll see. I'm going to get 5 more now. If you really want to see good beading, go see Emma DeVoe. I've talked about her many times. And that's what her channel name is, Emma DeVoe, D-E-V-O-S-T. You don't pronounce the S or the T. Okay, so I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one more, 6 it looks like. Okay, let's try 6 and 6. See what that looks like. See if that's going to work. Oh, that would be, yeah, that's good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of bring these out away from the angel. I'm going to come back around and I'm going to go in those beads. See if I can do this without too much trouble. I'm going to go back through the beads. We want to strengthen that, especially because I'm going through here and just using the thread for it to hold on to. Now watch, it'll bring it together at the top, you'll see. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to go back through the hole in the angel to the other side. Come through again. Try not to get it all knotted up or lose my thread. Then I want to come back up through this line, this line of beads. There we go. And I'll do that maybe 3 or 4 times. I just want to make sure, let's pull that down a little bit more. I want to make sure that we have enough strength on this. Now, because I came out of this one, turn it over, I need to go back through the other side. There we go. Sometimes when I use thread that's some long, it tangles up for me if I'm not real careful. So I'm not pulling it really tight. The tension doesn't need to be real tight. I do want all of the thread to be inside the angel. I don't want it sticking out like over here, like it is now. If you can see that, like that. I don't want it sticking out like that. So let's just see how this turns out. This is not, I mean, anybody can do this. Anybody can string some beads. Now when you get into beautiful beadwork, that's another story. That's an Emma story. So like I said, go see Emma. She can do this really well. And she just did the peyote stitch. I've never done the peyote stitch, but she learned how to do it watching other people. Isn't that how we all do things? We can see something on YouTube. I'm so thankful for people who get on YouTube and show us how to do things. Makes it a lot easier for me anyway. Okay, now I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter. All right, I think that's, I'm going to go through another 1 or maybe 2 times. Like I said, just the thread is going to be hanging, or is going to be inside here. There won't be any beads, so hopefully it won't break. And fishing line, a lot of beaders use fishing line. Fishing line is meant to be very sturdy, very sturdy. And then especially if you go through it several times, then you have it even stronger, 2 or 3 times through will make it even stronger. Okay, now let's see. I wanted to get to the point where I had this other string. One more. I want to tie this to the tail string right now. So I'm going to take my stop bead off. It just pulls off. And the way it stays on is you go through it once with your needle, bring the thread through, and then go back through it again. And then it will stay on the thread for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot. Let's see, do this. Surgeon's knot once, twice, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Okay? And when I'm done sewing this longer thread through, I'm going to come back and pick up the tail thread and take that for a little ride through too. So here we go. I'm going to go back through here, if I can, and you'll see what this looks like in just a minute. And then I will start on the other one. Maybe you can hear the Christmas music in the background. We have our Christmas tree up with only lights right now. We don't have all the decorations up. We tend to be slower at that. But, you know, I want to put a few up, and so we do need to take the fall decorations down today. We're going to do that later today. Take the pumpkins down and all of that kind of thing. And we don't do much of that either, so it'll be pretty easy to do. You know, the older I get, less is more. You know that old statement? It's true. It's a true statement. Okay, I'm going to go through again. Yes, I am going through this several times. I am. I just want to make sure it's nice and sturdy. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. That thread needs to come over on this side, I think. Let me see. No, it doesn't. That's what, sometimes the tail can be confusing. I have kind of a long tail there. Okay, we'll go through and come up this way. Sometimes you can hit a bead and go through the bead. See, I did. I hit a bead. That's good. Go through one bead. And I find for me, for my eyesight, it's harder to see when they're really shiny beads, but okay. Now, once again, I'm going to go past that tail thread, and now I'm going to make a knot here with the thread that I'm using. So I brought it through. Okay. Now I'm going to come through once, through twice. That's the surgeon's knot. And now you have to make sure you have it where you want it. Let me just pull it right back to where it came out of, right there. And I'm going to kind of hold on to it while I pull. And make sure that one's out of the way. Put my needle down. Okay. There we go. There. Sometimes it pulls harder than other times. And then what I do, I just take one of my jewelry tools, this, and I just grab it and I give it a little yank like that. Not too hard though, you don't want to break it. All right, now I'm still going to continue through. I go down this way. You know, you want to make sure you're going in the same direction with your thread. Sometimes I just forget, so I'm sure I mess it up a lot. But I'm going to come through again. Okay. And it's just, this can be very tedious. Well, not compared to what Emma does, but right, Emma? You're probably giggling at me. So this is just simple, but you do want to make it strong. Okay, now I'm going to take it through one more time right on the other side of my tail thread. And I'm going to make another knot, not with the tail thread, just with what I'm sewing with. Okay, so let me bring it down further first. So I want to make the knot right where it came out of the bead there. So I go through once, I go through twice, Come on, come on. And then I pull it. Yeah, that's good. Now I don't want to cut it off right where I make the knot. So I've knotted it, what, 3 times now? So it should be good. So I'm going to just come down about 3 beads and pull it through. And then I'm going to take my little, let's use this. I've got a little tool. It's called Tronex. And you can use it for beading. It's supposed to be very sharp. Sometimes it's not sharp. I don't know what the deal is, but I get down close to it, and then I just clip it off like that. Okay, so that's that one. Now what I'm going to do is take, I've got another, I'm going to leave this thread on because I have another circle of beads to make. And I'm going to take, you see this little thing? It's got needles in it. Some are really bent because I've used them a lot. It's called the Bead Buddy. Not sure where I got this. Venus needles. I've added needles to it. So whatever needles came with it, I've added to it. And not all of these are large eye needles. So I want to get another large eye needle. I think it's hard to see. And I do not have long, there we go. I don't have long fingernails, as you can tell. I don't know how people that bead can have long fingernails, or do clay. I'm just not good with long fingernails when I have to make things out of clay, or not have to, want to. All right, so now, because this is already knotted, I think what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to come this way, go back through here, a couple of beads. I'm going to make another knot with it. I'm not going to go all the way around, just so if you're wondering, I'm not going to go all the way around. Okay. And so I want to keep it. I want to make sure, I got to lengthen this a little bit. Let's see, loosen it up on the needle a little bit and pull it a little bit. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to make a knot there. So I'm going to come through, and it's easier if you stay down close to your knot. You can just whip that thread right through like I just did. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I do. I take this and I pull like that. So I'm not going to cut where I've knotted. And where is it? It's right there. So I'm just going to go in 2, I think. And I will cut it there. I think. Got to make sure you're not cutting your strand too. Okay. I see that I can still see the thread a little, but not much. Actually, not much at all. So it'll be fine. Now, you don't hang an ornament on a tree this way. So I'm going to make another one that goes up here, not real big, and then they can hang it on, hang on the tree that way. So I'm going to get rid of this little last piece of tail here. I'm going to put my needle back so I don't lose it. It's about time to order some new needles, I think. And now I want to put my stop bead on again. So here we go. Put it on, whoops. Put it on here. And I'm going to take it down to about, let's see, where do we want it? About there. And then I'm going to I went through in this way. Now I'm coming in through the other way. And I'm going to pull that tight. Sometimes you have to hold on to your tail because it wants to kind of dance around and it might come out. So I'll hold the tail, I'll hold my other thread, and we'll just pull it. Sometimes just holding onto the bead while you do it is good. And that's good. I might shorten the tail up actually a little bit. So that's good. Now we will make another, grab a few of these, see what we can do. Okay. I'm not sure how many I'm going to put on this one. That's 4. let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. And let's go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that's 20 on there, and that's nowhere big enough. So I'll go up to 30 and see what we do there. Take a few more out here. My handy dandy yogurt tin, plastic things. Okay, now let's do another 10. We'll be at 30. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. Come on, let's go over here. 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, that's 30 on there. Let's see if that's going to work. My husband's out walking the dogs right now, so they may... When they come back in, Bella likes to run down here as fast as she can and just jump on me and say hi. 30 isn't enough. Okay, let's go. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Got 2 there. 39, 40. Let's see how 40 would work. Let me just put it through here. You have to come through this angel. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Well, I think that would work. It's not real big, but it doesn't have to be real big. You know, I think that would work well. 40. If I put... Yeah, I think I just want 40. I think that's all I want to put on. Most people have branches or have Christmas trees that are fake these days. But even if you had one that wasn't fake, you could still do a little finagling with the branch. I want to back this off a little bit. Not much. And I'm just going to... Hopefully you can see this. All right. Okay, so now I'm coming out this way, so I want to go back down through these. And I want to secure this in the same way. I'm going to get through as many beads as I can with my needle. Oh, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to continue. Kind of see what I'm doing here a little bit better. Continue down through those beads and come up and around. And this is, I mean, a ribbon is pretty. You can buy gorgeous, gorgeous ribbons. And, okay, let me lay that there a minute. Let me see here. Well, like for instance, this snowman has a pretty ribbon on it. Very sparkly. And these two right now have ribbons. And they're pretty too. So you can certainly do a ribbon, but sometimes I like to do beads. It just adds to the piece, I think. All right, let me whip this around here. And now I'm going to move the beads around. Okay, my husband just sent me a message. Okay, we're going to go through here. All right, here we go. And I'll just, oops, I'm not in screen. I am terrible at watching. I need to watch what the screen looks like when I do this with my phone, and my phone is just right, it's just right above here. But I'm finding that when I do this, okay, we'll go through that. When I do it, what did I just do? What did I just do here? I don't know. Oh, nothing, I guess. but I'm finding when I do film, because I have an arm sticking out and my phone attached to this arm that's sticking out toward me, and I usually work right in front of me, but this way I have to kind of work up above a little bit further, which is fine. I just forget. I forget when I'm making a video. Okay, so coming through here. You know what? This time I think I'll make a knot with that tail. And we really, what is that? What did I do with that? I did something goofy. Okay, this is good. I skipped a bead or something. So I'm going to pull this off. Not to worry, it can be fixed. I will pull it off, and I'll use my needle to pull that back out again. Let's see if it'll come back out. Yep. See, no damage done. Now my blooper, I can continue to go through. I just have to rethread this. And thankfully, I do have needles that have a tiny little eye that I use for beading sometimes too. I don't bead an awful lot, but sometimes you need a smaller needle so it can get through smaller beads. Okay, there we go. All right, got that done. Now we're going to come back through here. And let's get all the way, where is it? One more bead here, come on, one more bead, there we go. Then we're going to get rid of the stop bead and join it. So I'm trying to just push this down a little bit so we can get it together here. All right, I'm going to just take this off. Let me take the stop bead off, and I will hold both of the threads and just kind of push this together, make sure I've got it together down there. And I do. All right, now I'm going to take my tail, and I'm going to make the knot, okay? So we're going to do once and twice and there. Okay. I film with an older phone because it has a better camera. There we go. I can't make calls on it, but it films for me, so that's good. So I've got my other phone, which you probably just heard. There's a little weather announcement. Anyway, okay, so I've got that there. Now I want to continue down through, keep going. I've made that knot. And let's see how far I can get through there with this again. Let's see, if I just lay it down, sometimes I can. There we go. There we go. And I'm out of shot again after. Okay. And let's go through here again. I'd love to know if you guys do beading. I think some of you do watch Emma. Marlene, I know you do. But maybe some of you others do. And there's other beaders out there too. I just enjoy Emma. She's fun. And she does such a super job of teaching. Oh, she's a good teacher. Okay, and she's funny sometimes. She's funny. We can all use a little laugh once in a while, that's for sure. Okay, now coming back, and I'm going to go past the tail again. And in just a little bit, I'm going to make another knot. I'm going to make sure I get down here a little bit. Okay. And I've got to pull more thread. See, I have a tail off my needle as well, and I need some more thread from that. So I'm just going to pull it through a little bit. I don't want to make it too short. There it is. But that would be good. That would be helpful. Now what I'm going to do is make a knot right here. Okay, get my tail thread out of the way. And let's bring this down further. And I'm going to go back in, back in. Oh, let's just try that one more time. Come from the back, twist around, come from the back. Okay, and here we go. Now I'm going to just take this and bring it in again. And I'm just going to give it a little pull. I generally hold on both sides of the beads when I do that. Okay, that's good. And now what I'm going to do is just take it back through a few beads. And I'm going to cut it. Because we're done with this one. Except for the tail. I think I'm going to cut it. Make sure you don't cut your thread that's inside. There we go. So I will take this needle, the rest of the thread, which isn't much, get rid of that thread, and now I'm going to take the tail thread through. Let me put these beads away so I don't get them all over the place. Get rid of my stop bead. Okay, here we go. If you want to add just a little more to your Christmas ornaments, then bead what they hang on. It really isn't difficult, except when you can't see the hole to get into it here. There it is. Okay, so I'll push this through. This is just not good when you don't have long fingernails. It's harder. I just don't have any fingernails. My fingernails are so strange. If I grow them and I put gel polish on them, they do pretty well, and I never let them get very long at all, but maybe just barely over the tip of my finger. But if they get any longer, they want to curl. I just think that's so strange. Okay, did I get it? Nope, no. There, I got it, yay. Pull it through, okay. And I need a little bit more off of that to go through the beads, so I'm going to back it out just a little bit more. Okay. And I have to be careful that I don't pull this little shorty through. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go this way, right about there, and right about there I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, now it's really little, so I'm coming from the back to the front, from the back to the front, and that's called a surgeon's knot. Let me just try to pull that tight with this little thing here. Okay, there we got that done. And then I'm going to pull it down through several more here, and I will cut it off. Again, don't cut your other thread. And put that aside, and there we go. That's pretty. I like that. Let me just push you back out. Oops, I brought you in. Okay, there you go. I'll turn it sideways. Maybe you can see that better. So that will hang on the tree nicely. And it's quite secure, you know, if nobody's really rough with it. I accomplished one. I can go faster when I'm off camera and not explaining it, but I just thought you might like to see what I'm doing and how to do it. And so there you go. I'll do my other little angels, and then I'll go on and do a few more, and hopefully we'll knock a few out so I can get them in the mail soon. Okay, that is all for today. I hope you're enjoying the videos I've been putting out. I've tried to put more videos out, and I try to let you in more on when I'm just playing around and figuring things out. You can tell me if you like that or not. I like it when I watch other videos, so let me know in the comments down below. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.